I met Elfreda through my ex. I can see I can see the faces out there. So I met her through my ex, and when I say my ex, not that I jumped my ex and then came to meet Elfreda. It wasn't that way. It was systematic. It was quite so I dated the lady. I don't think I should mention her name. So I dated her, and after a while we dated while we were in school. So it was the relationship ended in my final year. That was 2012. So after 2012 she went to serve. We all went our different ways. So one thing I ensured was I kept the communication flow. So I felt we dated, we stopped dating, we broke up, like they would call it, but we didn't actually break up. We just stopped dating. So I kept the communication. We would say hi to each other once in a while. We would all at each other. We still add each other on our social media platforms, including BBM. Then it was BBM that was reigning. So after she went to serve, she met Elfreda. So while we were dating, she didn't know where Elfreda was. So she went to serve, that was in Kogi State, and then she met Elfreda. And they became best of friends, like 5 and 6. It was for my good. So they became best of friends. So time after time, she would put Elfreda up as DP. And one day I was just like, I just sent her a message. I was like, this babe you're always using as DP, babe fine no. As in, I didn't actually say she's fine like that. I just showed some form of interest. I'm sure she got the message that it's like I'm beginning to like this her friend. So I'm like, what's up with this your friend? I kept asking her questions. How far this your friend? Say hi to her, or, you know, say hi to your friend. And I don't know if she said hi. But so on this particular day, did she say hi?
I don't know.
I'm not sure she would have said hi. I don't think so. Because it sounds very weird. My ex said that she say hi to you. Like,
No, but I knew you.
yeah, they were always talking about me. You know, ladies now.
Hello.
So one thing led to one thing. So she told Elfreda about me some way or the other. And then there was this particular day, the day the whole thing started up. It was Elfreda's birthday.
Yeah.
And she used her picture as DP. I was like, okay, I have a good reason to communicate to this your friend today. It's her birthday, so can I just say happy birthday to this your friend? That was like the plan. Like, let me just say happy birthday to this your friend. And then she was like, okay. I don't know what led her, because she on a normal day wouldn't have sent the number.
It was the Holy Ghost, right?
Yeah, God that knew how things would work out. She actually sent the number without asking questions, and then I made the call. I said happy birthday to her, this is that. Then after that, we started chatting. You know, I had her number, so I added her up on, I think, was it BBM or WhatsApp? I think it was BBM.
Yeah.
BBM first. So I added her on BBM, and then we started talking. Once in a while, I'll say hello, bye, this is that. I found her very interesting. She was very interesting. I mean, we had things we could do together. I had things I could help her with. She needed my help at some point. I felt useful. So basically, we started talking. She was based in Port Harcourt then, and then she was serving in Kogi.
I was busy in Port Harcourt.
Yeah, you are no longer busy in Port Harcourt. So the gap was very wide, but we kept the communication and all of that. So eventually, this particular time, she had plans to come to Lagos. I think she came once or twice, but I wasn't really available because of work. I wasn't proud. I was busy. I was busy. So I was busy with work and so many other things. Yeah, so I couldn't. And then where she was staying was one far place, Yanopaja. I'm like, I stay in the civilized part of mainland. And then
I'm done with this video.
And then Yanopaja, how do I pick up myself and start going to Yanopaja? Because
that's pride.
It's not pride, Joe.
In fact, I was.
So then we couldn't see. Then she was actually taking a training in a culinary. Culinary training. Yes. So she was taking the training, and then she went back to Port Harcourt. Communication still continued, Then after like some few months, she came back to Lagos again, and this time I made sure. Then she wasn't at Yanopaja. She moved to the civilized part of the mainland. She moved to Ikeja.
I forgive you.
So Ikeja was not so far. I felt Ikeja, cool place. I could visit you at Ikeja. Visited me because she came around the civilized part of Lagos, Yaba precisely, and then she had the reason to stop by. She had the reason to stop by, and I was very much ready. You know, now for the first time, girl, you don't like now. For the first time, she was. I made sure everything was in place.
So I was
emotionally ready, psychologically ready, physically ready. The ambience was right. There was light. If there was no light, there was preparation for Jen. Everything was cool and ready for the So she came and I was like, jeez.
I was set up.
And even before we met, seeing her pictures on my friend's DP was like, jeez, this girl is fine. Where is she from? Like, this baby is fine. So first thing, it was her beauty that attracted me, and we saw, and it wasn't like, you know, there's people you see on pictures and you're like, when you see them physically on ground, you're like, hello, what has been happening? But then it was even as if her physical presence she was more beautiful physically than picture, and I was really amazed. And right there at the spot, I started working my way towards how do I win this babe over? How do I? And she can actually testify. Our first conversation, it was as if I was giving her interviews on. I threw my questions.
I don't think I was ready to meet you. If I had known that I was going to meet you.
So I asked her questions like, God, how are you dating someone? Can you date so person like this? Can you do this? Cause
I thought I was intelligent.
So I put her on the spot right there, like, can you date a Yoruba guy because she's Igbo, I'm Yoruba? Can you date Yoruba? Do your parents accept the Yoruba guy? Are you in a relationship? Do you think this can work? Right there at the spot, I tried to ensure that, okay, this is worth fighting for. And right from that moment, I went for it. I threw myself out there like, it is this or nothing.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Elfreda, and this is my husband. Okay, this is my boyfriend. Rubbish. Okay, this is my husband. His name is Aya. Okay, so how did we meet? We met, then we met actually. Okay, so how do I say this now? Okay, so I met him through his friend. Just forgive me, I'll be saying friend. I served in Kogi State. What year was that again? 2014, 2015. Yes. So I met this lady and we became really close friends. Really close friends. People used to call her my sister. I mean, she was dark, I was fair, she was taller. I don't understand why people would think we're blood related. As in literally, people be like, what of your sister? And then I have to pause and think, my sister. Okay, that my sister. Okay, that my sister. She's fine. That's how close we were. Like, there was nowhere I went to that I didn't go with her, or I didn't go without her. We're that close. And of course, we got talking. We started sharing experiences, sharing stories. I knew that she dated brother. Like every day there was a story about brother. I'm like, okay, fine. I didn't care anyways. I mean, what's my business? It's not like I was going to meet him someday. I live in Port Harcourt. He lives in Lagos. We're in Kogi, so there was just no connection anywhere. She would bring out this one. He got it for me. I'm like, okay.
I left the mark.
Hello. You're just proud. It's my time to shine. Like, allow me to my story.
Okay.
Countdown. So there was just something always. I'm like, okay, I've heard. It's fine. So on my birthday, that was 2015. Yeah. And then I get a call. Says his name is Ayo. I'm like, okay, Ayo, you are different to my friend. He said yes. I'm like, okay, thank you for wishing me happy birthday. What's my own? Reaches to you back. Hello, bye. And that was the end of the conversation. And once in a while he would call. I just called to say hello. I'm like, okay, hello back to you. Thanks for calling. What will I do now? Let not be as if I'm going. Okay, I think I was even in a relationship then. I just didn't send. as a Port Harcourt girl, you know, on point, you can't just be throwing yourself out like that.
You're calling Port Harcourt girl on point. What will Lagos girls now call themselves? I beg you.
We have different pointers, okay? Just your point is your point. My point is my point.
Right on.
So I just didn't send. That's what I'm trying to say. I did not send. I did not send. We are very good. I was just on my own. I will receive calls. And okay, I think got to a point. I think that was when BBM started feeding or something. I was like, if I had known, I would have just stayed with the BBM trail. I offered. I said, okay, let's move to WhatsApp. And that was how the conversation kind of increased. It moved from hello, hi, how are you to actual conversations. And then there was if I had known I was being set about, I'd been ready for this thing.
It was not you. You couldn't have
there was just one random day. I just saw my picture on his DP and he was saying, my friends, my assets. I'm like, I don't understand.
Systematic.
We rarely talk. What's with the assets inside? Are you? But as a good person, I think it's my goodness that gave me away. I think it was my goodness. If I just bone like, yeah, good for you, friends. I said, what's my business? I was just trying to be nice.
There was something I was trying
to be nice. Maybe I shouldn't have been nice to you. I'm like, okay, this one my brother said.
Auto nice.
This brother said, friends. I said, just maybe I'm really such a good friend. I decided to be nice as well. So I tried to put his what even happened? Okay, I think I started using him as DP once in a while, just to make him feel good. You know that thing, like.
At that point, she was ready. She was ready. The brother.
He was just a good person that had some sense. I'm like, let's just celebrate, brother.
A good person that had some sense. Shall not be meeting guys with sense. So my sense was everything to her at that point.
My forgiveness rate for you is only constant.
It's fine, continue.
It's only I forgive you always. Continue. So I decided to reach out, brother, hello, like that on my DP. And then I remember my friend saying, sister, you started using this guy as DP.
I wonder how she felt.
I still remember that conversation. She was like, don't go fall in love. I'm like, me fall in love. I'm very
little did you know.
As I was saying, I'm very calculated. I can't just fall in love. What's that? Don't do that. It is not happening. It's just a good person. We're just friends. Like, I remember when we met, the first time we met. So I came to Lagos the first time. Yeah, I told him I was in Lagos. We're supposed to see, as lazy as he was, lazy Nigerian youth, said it's too far. I'm like, okay, after I not care to look for husband, I care to do course. Let's do course. I'll go back to our house. I'll be now. We did not see. I came back to Lagos the next year. I think that was in 20 what now? Just get 2016. Yeah. So that was when we met. I was at Ikeja at the time. So I went to church. I'm like, what am I going home to do? Let me finally see this brother that has refused to see me. I mean, it's not like I have any.
Thanks to the Holy Ghost. You directed your path.
Thanks to my niceness as a good person that I am. You understand me?
Yeah, continue.
So I went to see him. I went to his house. I don't even know. I can't understand why I went to his house.
It be me with talk Holy Ghost.
You
can't understand this.
The idea is, if a guy says, see me, let's see for the first time, you're not supposed to go to his house. You're supposed to meet in an eatery, in such places for first impressions. For some reasons I don't understand. I agree to see you in your house.
You can't understand this. That's what
does that. After a while, I'm like, I feel like she not sell yourself cheap like this. You have to do some stuff, but whatever. We're here anyways.
We're happy about it.
So I went to his house to first impressions. Okay, this is the IO that I'll be talking to. I think it was over a year. We talked for over a year. So
yeah, for there.
I'm like, okay, this is the IO. Okay, good to meet you. And then we went to his house. Over gentleman wants to kill the boy. And I mean, I'm like, can you calm down?
It is my way of life.
Your bag.
My way of life.
This is not protocol. It's not church. just let me sit down. No. It's fine. You want water?
She wasn't used to all those nice things.
Hello.
All the guys have been saying, sit down.
Very
What do you want?
I forgive you as usual. I forgive you. I just wasn't expecting. I just expecting the usual. You're welcome. Sit down. What do you want to eat? But then he first asked me, "Do you want water?" I'm like, it's later you will not ask me what do you want to eat. Which one is you want water first? Then later you not come and ask me what drink do you want. But it was cool, Sha. It was a nice time. I mean, he was just too fast and too sharp for my liking. The questions, the conversation was too direct. Normally, you're supposed to have this moment of silence, boring talk, you know. So, what's your name again? Like, okay, so, you know, we didn't have those moments. We're just talking like we're known each other. Actually, we've known each other, but for seeing, you know, first time, we didn't have those awkward moments. It was cool, and it was a nice time. Of course, we kept seeing. We saw like every other week. I was in Lagos for that period. I don't even know how that happened. Like I saw him every other weekend.
She was enjoying the moments. She enjoyed every moment. So she couldn't stay with us.
I was bored,
and I was giving you life.
Right.
If they leave me that very day, I was going to pop the question. I was going to ask her out, and
I won't have agreed.
I wish I asked you out.
I would just say no.
Who agrees at the first time? As in,
but so, I would just say that this guy what's his own?
Let me talk. So I was like, she was everything. I mean, we've had conversations before then, and she was just everything. She was so intelligent. She was everything I wanted. She was very spiritual, and then she sings.
I know.
And I've always pictured this thing in my house that would have worship sessions.
Without you, right?
It's fine. So she was everything. So I just wanted. That was why I asked her direct questions that very day, to know my stance, to know if this was going to be it. And then, so it was until about a few months, I think about 6 months thereabouts, after that day she came, I felt okay, I needed to pop the question because 6 weeks. Okay, yeah, 6. So that particular point, I was like, because she went back to Port Harcourt and then we kept on having our conversations and all of that. I was like, what's the point of waiting? It's long distance, quite alright, but yeah, I think she's worth it. So I asked her the question and she was like, she didn't give a direct answer. She didn't say no, she didn't say yes. We were both enjoying the friendship and we just wanted everything to be that way. She wanted everything to be that way, but I wanted more. So I asked her out several times. Like, it wasn't once, as in I will ask her out, we will be friends, we'll continue being friends. I would ask myself. It was almost like we were dating, but it wasn't defined. So basically, I think what I just wanted was for it to be defined. I wanted to know that, okay, can I call you my girlfriend? Can I say I am dating you? Because we were just, I mean, we used the whole endearment, we're all very into each other and all of that. So why I asked her out, actually, I won't say I have history with so many ladies, but I dated quite a number of girls, yeah.
Okay.
And then there was just something that stood out about her. She was everything. I mean, business-wise, I'm so into the whole business thing. I have things that I've laid down, things I wanted to achieve and all of that. And she fit into the picture. She was like that puzzle that would just complete the picture. You know, I'm into the food business, and then she's a chef, or she likes food. She likes food and all of that. She cooks perfect. I mean, everything was just in line. Everything was in line. Everything was in line. I mean, she was just the perfect. You know, people ask her, how do you know she's the one? For me, everything just played out, and I was like, what other sign am I looking for? We had different things we could do together. I knew it wasn't going to be a boring time in marriage. It was just perfect. Everything was in line, and we had so many things we were going to do together. So we were just looking forward to that time, and then. So.
Well, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for a new relationship. I just wanted to just have fun. Not have fun, that kind of fun. No. I just wanted to be free. I didn't want to be...
She didn't want to be entangled into one.
I just didn't even want any name, title, girlfriend, somebody's girlfriend.
But you know, every guy would definitely want that title that this is my girl. This, you know?
It didn't mean anything to me actually. I'm like, what's my own? Sure, we are friends. Everybody knows you're friends. And so what? You're not ready to marry. Besides, if you told me you're not ready to marry.
Yeah, I felt I wasn't ready.
Why would I not have time? I said to someone that.
But when I saw what I was looking for, what was the point of not being ready?
Even now waiting to that made me say, brother is not serious. Leave me alone. Just shall be enjoying the time. When it's ready, who knows by that time I'll come and say, hello brother, here's an invitation card or something. You're lucky.
As at the time I asked out, I was thinking of getting married like
2 years.
I think about 2 years after. And so I wasn't just gelling.
And after 2 years, not like we're going to get married in 2 years, like 2 years now when I say, okay, now we're ready to start courtship. It was too long for me. I didn't think I was ready to deal. I had goals. Every girl has goals. At this age, I should be married. I mean, who has time for that thing? I don't think I was ready for that. I wasn't. I even remember, it was, I think it was a week. I was to leave Lagos. That was like 6 weeks. I'd been, meeting him and all. And he asked me out, I'm like, okay, I was polite. I'm a good person. I was very polite, and I was like, let's not just rush into this thing. Let's just take it, slow. And I remember when I go back to Port Harcourt, a few weeks after I asked him out again, I'm like, calm down.
I can't renew it.
He was asking me out like steady asking out. At some point I'm like, okay sister, you should consider this thing now. Think about it. But I just wanted to be sure. I didn't want a situation where we'll be in a relationship today, tomorrow and I say we're not doing again. I don't think I was ready for that kind of thing. I just wanted, if I'm in a relationship, then I am really sure that I'm getting married to this person. I think that was one reason I even delayed. I needed to be sure. And this idea of being sure is a crazy thing, because there are many factors that you think are the things you should be checking to be sure. But I think one day I just told myself, you will forever see things that will make you unsure.
Yeah, true.
Just deal with this thing. I mean, I had prayed.
That is not.
Is it prayer? I had prayed. I did not hear any voice from heaven saying this is the one. Actually, that was what I was expecting. This is the one, or something. One of those just kind of supernatural things. But I didn't have anything. I just felt at peace with him. I had prayed, and I just felt God saying to my heart, like, it's fine. Go ahead. Like, it's okay. His righteousness is of me, and I'm like, okay. But I was still scared. I think, okay, what happened? Okay, I remember that night he called me and we're talking as usual. I mean, we're dating, we're not dating. As in, we do all the exchange of endearments, I love you and all that. Who does that? I mean, we did. So he called me then and was telling me how he told one of his friends that we're dating. I'm like, brother, you have not asked me out to. You can't say we are dating. And I'm like, that one is my own. That's even been telling people that we're dating. I'm like,
I saw the future.
As in, what manner of fate is this?
I was dating already. I just wanted.
And that night, I just told myself, accept already. And then I told him, you have not asked me out, you should ask me out officially. And then he said he was going to call me. I'm like, oh my God. Do I really say yes this time? So he called me, and then I remember saying yes. And I said yes in a very subtle way, and he's like, no, you did not hear me. Like, should I shout it? What's your problem?
Be sure it's not.
Then I said yes,
so yes. Someone pressed.
I would say yes so loud with my sister that was with me. She was like, why is Elfreda saying yes? And she gave me this look of, I said yes. I'm like, calm down. We'll talk about it later. Let this call just end. So that was how I said yes. I remember many times before then, I'd gone to his house. I remember there was this particular day. Yeah, you didn't even know yourself. His cousin was in his house, and we're talking. And his cousin wrote on a piece of paper. I'm like, agree for my brother now. I'm like, no. We're doing it past me. And he was sitting down there. He didn't even know what was going on. I'm like, no. Why? I don't know. Oh, you said. I think we were just passing. It was so funny. Then I had no clue I was going to say. I was just very undecided. But I mean, thank God I finally said yes. Oh, the post was too much. I'm sorry. I know I stressed you a lot. It's fine. I mean, that proved my worth, right?
Yeah, well, to an extent.
He was already getting tired of me, actually.
Yeah, I was really big because I was like, how can we be acting like we're dating and then we are not dating? It was one kind. As in, let's just make it. I don't. As in, it was really. I mean, we were all into the whole what people dating do, and but
I wasn't sure.
Man, I think I had fun. I had fun actually. It was interesting. I mean, it wouldn't have been so interesting if she had just said yes. I mean, I was tired. I threatened her at some point.
Yeah, I remember he threatened me. Can you imagine? He said, "Oh yeah, if you're not saying yes, what are we doing at the endearment for? Let us just be very, very plain." I'm like, no, don't do this. And I was really sad. I was so sad. My sister was like, "What is he Ayo again?" I'm like, "Can you imagine?" Because I said no, he's not for me, we will not be friends, hello, hi friends. I'm like, is that not wicked? She's like, I was like, if he's
what are we doing
like that, then say yes. I'm like, you know. I think another factor was I call it people. There's a word I should call it. I've forgotten the word now.
What would people say?
Like, I needed to be sure everybody on my list approved of the relationship. I remember actually my brother was coming to Lagos then, and I'm like, should I say yes? Like, what do you think? It's like, is it me that is going to do the relationship? Maybe you see that, say yes or you say no. I just needed everybody to agree, which was this is a very bad thing, and I know many ladies suffer from this a lot. You know, what will my friends say? What will my parents say? What will this person say? And what what will you say? Like it's you that will eventually lead the person. I remember I said let the worst happen. I have God, and my father loves me so much. He's not going to bring me to ruins. And if I am such a bad person and it's not going to work, then he's going to find a way to make sure that it doesn't work. I just threw everything at God. I'm like, whatever. I'm dating this guy. I love him, and that's it.
So 11 months after we started dating, I was like, funny enough, we have been talking about marriage. We have been planning our family. We have been how many kids we want to have. I mean, we went deep into marriage even before I proposed. So we were like, okay,
it wasn't
what next? It wasn't new. So we were just waiting for we expected it was going to be soon. So it was 11 months, like 11 months, yeah. So I just felt, let's do this. So she came to Lagos because, again, long distance. So I was waiting for the time when she would come to Lagos and all of that. So she came to Lagos. And,
I was always coming to Lagos for you. I need to say that part. I have to.
So she came to Lagos December, actually. December. And then I just, because she didn't have much of her friends around, so because she's not based in Lagos, so I just had to put together some of my friends. Her sister was also around, so I just picked quite a number of people. I didn't want it to be so big because she's very shy, and she had always said if I propose too loudly, she might just run away.
Actually,
so
if you try, I'll leave your ring. No, I'll take the ring. I'll
make it as simple as possible. It was at one of the biggest malls at a very strategic point. So it was really quiet, not those places where people are, really, really serene environments. And then I would say she was expecting it, but she didn't actually know it was going to be there. So I popped the question.
You lied to me, G.
Yeah, I actually lied. I thought I wanted to go and see a mentor friend of ours like that. So we got there and she just saw people around and
I'm like, what are they doing here?
And before she knew what was happening,
somebody singing song and like,
someone was singing in the background. So I just made it as memorable as possible. So I just brought out the ring and all of that.
And then my sister lied to me too.
Everybody lied to you. So I just brought out the ring and it was an amazing time. Her head was down. She couldn't raise up her head for like minutes. She couldn't raise up her head, and we had to beg her that look up now. We want to take pictures. So yeah, look up. Let people see
were coming to buy things. They had to get me to. No. I was just. I knew something was happening. I knew, but I just my calculation did not do.
So I see there was still those elements of surprise there, anyways. So it was amazing.
I said yes because okay, and the week to the proposal, like I said, I knew something was coming up. I was just praying like, God, this is the time. Now if I take that ring, I cannot go back and say I don't want to do it again. If I take that ring, it means I'm married. I felt taking that ring meant marriage, so I just needed to be sure for the final time. Just be sure again. And I was praying and again, God, very nice God, very kind God. He gave me reassuring words, and that's what I held on to. You know, I came to realize that many times people, if you want to go into something really deep, something as deep as marriage, you need the words, you need the promises of God, because you might have every other thing in place, you might have character in place, you might have all those other good points in place, but it's the promise of God that will actually keep you. It's the promise of God that will make you say you just shut out. It's the promise of God that helps you shut out the rest of the world. Because as soon as I heard those words, as soon as I heard the promises, I'm like, to hell with the world, like to hell with anything anybody else wanted to say at that time. I knew I'd gotten it. It was my sure word of prophecy. Yes, I just held on to it. I'm like, ask me anytime you want, I'm ready for you. I don't care, bring it on. And that was it. I said yes because I was sure.
We had challenges. Yeah, we had challenges because one, we were not seeing each other. It was a long distance relationship. You know, there's a level of long distance. There's long distance relationship, Lagos, Ibadan. But this long distance relationship is Lagos, Port Harcourt. It's not a long distance. I can just wake up one morning and say I'm going. I'm angry. So it was really long. So there were issues we could have resolved that could have been better resolved if we were seeing each other. Yeah. So we had a lot of those issues, flimsy things actually that could have been easily resolved. But because we were far apart, we had misunderstanding, especially as regards tone. She would say something, I would think she's being too loud about it. I would think she's not saying it the right way. I would judge the tone. Meanwhile, it's not, and we were doing a lot of chats, so we couldn't really feel each other that much. So it gave room for misunderstandings. She would say a thing via text, and I would misunderstand it. I would think she's saying something else. So we had a lot of issues.
I remember one. I was saying, I think I said, if we're going to get married. If. How can you say if? It's when.
Yeah. So
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't.
Things, yeah, it was things that we could have avoided, but at the end of the day we learned, and for every issue we became better. So if one thing made us have issue today, definitely it won't make us have issue the next time, because we must have learned one or two things. And then it was just so painful that we couldn't see each other. So if we're going to resolve an issue, worst comes to worst, we'll do a video call, and we weren't really feeling, you know, I just wanted to sometimes, you know, there's a lot contact does, so I just, you know, sometimes by just hugging, the matter is settled.
Like my hugs.
Yeah. by just holding her hands, you could resolve some issues, but we didn't have that because we were so far apart, and then that really gave us issues. And then we had this challenge of shall I say it? We had a challenge of size.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
that was the biggest one. That was the biggest one.
You know, every lady wants the old, tall, dark, handsome, beard, all of that. And I wasn't all that, you know. Look at this small boy here now, and all of that. So she is as she is. You are not small. Not like this is small. And then, you know, she just wanted someone that could compliment, someone big, buff, and all of that. And I wasn't all that, so it was a challenge at some point. She felt back to the old what people say. She was like, people would say that I'm this small, and yet I'm getting married to someone that is almost the same size as I am, and all of that. So that issue plagued us for a very long time. I mean, it was one of the major issues we had. But at some point, we just realized that who cares about what people will say, like she mentioned, who cares? It's going to be our life. And you're talking about size. Do you know thousands of other things that you would need to deal with, thousands of other things that would need to be in place aside size? So we decided to focus on the good things. We decided to look at the wonderful prospects that we both had together, and that was it. We just shut out the world, and that was everything.
Shut out the world. Shut out the world is the word. It's the phrase actually. Just because at some point I just told myself, what's the worst that can happen? As in, nobody will come and beat me and say, oh yeah, you have married someone like this now. What's the worst? Last I gave myself many many reasons. I told myself, okay, fine. You have the big genes in your family. It just happened that it didn't show in you. Or my biology came to me. That means it's recessive. That means you're going to have big children. Don't worry. Just don't let it be a board to you. Just don't worry. So about intertribal marriage, to me, it wasn't such a big deal because I'd always wanted to marry a Yoruba person. I don't even know where I got that idea from. Maybe I was just tired of being Igbo. Hello. I think I was just tired of being Igbo. I just wanted my children to be able to travel. Okay, as an Igbo girl, we travel every year. You know, you travel. So I was just used to traveling, and I just wanted my kids to travel as well. You cannot Christmas or whatever holidays, same place. Now travel, go somewhere and see stuff. So it wasn't a big deal for me. I actually wanted to marry a Yoruba person. I don't even know why I chose Yoruba. Actually, I chose somewhere else. I don't know.
Because we're angelic like that.
Yeah, no, Yoruba too. So I just chose Yoruba and I went for Yoruba culture. And as soon as he came, I'm like, okay, fine, let's do this. So it wasn't a big deal. And then I remember when I told my dad, I prayed though. Everything is prayer for me actually. I prayed. So when I told my dad like Yoruba, I was like, okay, no problem, now you should come and see me. And then I remember he was saying his challenge was, you know, Yoruba people, they don't come and bring another wife tomorrow and say you're not enough. I'm like, me afraid this one. He can't try. He can't just bring another person and say he's not doing it. He's tired of me or something. You know, it has to work. There's no second wife. I will not be a first wife and another person is a second wife. It's not just going to happen. So it wasn't a big deal for me, and thank God my parents didn't have a problem with it at all. It was cool. Yes.
So I'm the only child. For an only child with a typical Yoruba mother, so I told her, and she was like, she has always tell me before now actually that this is that and all of that. So she wasn't at that point very much interested in intertribal, but I think at some point she just felt my peace is actually what matters to her. So she was like, okay, Igbo, okay. The major thing that scared her was the money, the bride price, the list and everything. She was like, oh, like she first saw, how do we sort it out? But I was very confident that they shall won't collect all the money in this world. We are sure going to pay it one way or the other. So she was very concerned about my peace, and once I could assure her, once I did tell her that I'm very sure about this person, she's everything, she's this, she's that, she trusted me and she was like, okay, fine. So she didn't have a problem. I expected her to have a problem, but I was like, God to control, and it was very easy. So that was it. It was
some of your family members were not for me.
Yeah, some family members were not so, because they've had experiences actually, and I don't blame them. They've had experiences, you know, this intertribal thing where the Igbo. So they told me a lot of things about Igbo.
I remember that your uncle that was like, can you imagine? I went to see his uncle, and then he was telling me, okay, hello to you too. Until I see the ring, then I know that Igbo are serious. So you know, Igbo girls.
They were like, Igbo girls, they don't know how to stay one place. They don't know how to stay true. So it was for my extended family actually. They had issues, but I didn't care since my mom, who was like the major person. My dad is late, so it was just her that had to make the final decision. She accepted, and that was it. So it was very easy.
There's really no big deal with tribal marriages. you're not marrying the tribe. It's not like you're going to marry everybody in that tribe. It's the person you're marrying. Last you marry the extended family, but they won't live with you in the same house. They can only shout. They can only say they will not attend wedding. It's when you now start giving birth to your children, when you start shining, making money, they will now come and be for me, relationship and family. So if you found the person that you want to get married to and the person's another tribe, just go for it. Like I said earlier, just pray and trust God that God will soften their hearts concerning your decision, and you will find that everybody will just be at peace with you, and just go for it. Sure. I see a lot. That's one of the reasons I actually got married. I used to tell him that I married you for selfish reasons. I know, for very selfish reasons. I thought about my life, and he was like the perfect picture to where I was going to. He had the things I needed to do, the things I needed to do. So it's like I need him to live my life. Like, it's actually selfish, but I mean, that's what marriage is all about, isn't it? So I see us doing a lot in business and spiritually as well. I used to have a challenge spiritually because I don't know, I believe you're into something, be into it with all of your heart. So if I say I'm a Christian, then I should just put all of my life into it. I didn't just want a casual Christian. I didn't just want someone that would just go to church together with. I needed someone that would have faith adventures with, someone I could trust God together. We could hold hands and pray about an issue. We could talk to people. We could, heal the sick together. Just do many faith stunts, and I'm glad I found that. I mean, it would just be boring. You call yourself a Christian and you're just there, nothing's actually happening. But I'm really, really glad that I have someone that I can do all my faith trips with, my faith adventures with, and that's one of the basic things: faith adventures and then business empires. I mean, when I heard when he was into catering, I'm like, that your dry catering, your Lagos catering. Let me bring Port Harcourt style for you. So I see us doing a lot of merging, a lot of collabo. I mean, I don't know what they cook here. I'm sure I get to change this for you.
So basically, influence. We see us influencing young couples and even the older ones as well, because we've had to speak to one or two people, and it's been a swell time. It's been really amazing. So we see ourselves touching nations, changing, defying orders and structures, changing what people think about marriage, and making impact. Basically, I believe that is one of the reasons why God created marriage. One thing I usually tell people, because of the fact that we are so young, I mean, very young, people usually ask us questions.
You say so young, please don't let people know that we're 12.
Okay, so I tell people, if you're going to go to school to study a course, you read, you go to class, you study, you take exams, you take tests. But why is it that when it comes to marriage, people have little knowledge about marriage, and yet they want to get married? There are books about marriage. There are so many people that can tell you about marriage, just like a lecturer would tell you about the course. There are people that can tell you about marriage, give you insights to marriage. So if you won't just go into a school and expect to pass an exam and come out with a good result without reading, I think you should get as much knowledge as regards marriage as well. Read books. The books out there on marriages are not just to decorate shelves. Read books, meet people, especially our parents. Most of them have successful marriages. Meet people that have been married for 10 years, 11 years. How are they doing it? How are they putting things together? So get as much knowledge, basically. Be prayerful, trust God, know that God loves you through it all, and get knowledge. It is really important. I can't count how many people we spoke to, how many books we read, and all of that. We literally took marriage as if it's a course, as if we're writing an exam. So we knew as much, talking about love languages, talking about compatibility, every area of marriage. We just threw ourselves at our knowledge, and it is really helping us now.
Okay, generally I would just say marriage is not as crazy as people think it is. It's not so deep. Just learn, know stuff, and pray.
It's not what the world has painted.
Yeah, pray a lot. Social media is not the best place to get all the advice. Go to actual people and pray, and you'll be fine.
As a matter of fact, social media would deceive you.
I know, right? So just read, pray, okay, read, pray, and most especially just know that God loves you. So whoever you settle with, God loves you so much. He's going to make sure that it works it will definitely work. So don't be worried about it working. It's God's duty to make it work. The Lord is your shepherd, and it's the shepherd's duty to ensure that the sheep is fine. So don't worry, he'll do his job. Totally, he will. So I'd say we dated back and forth. We did everything for like about 3 years. Yeah, because we started in 2015, and then we got married in April 2018. So it was about 3 years. The whole period was just 3 years, and yeah, we said we're young. Okay, I'll say we're mid-20s. So just you do the math. Whatever mid-20s means to you. So we're mid-20s. So you can marry young, and then the whole age thing. That's it's not an issue. You can marry someone that's older or someone that's younger. Age is just but a number, really.
By the way, I'm older than her, so don't so it's not like she's older. I'm older than you.
Okay.
So
he said that he's older than me. What would I say? He's older than me.
It doesn't matter even if it's one day. I'm older than you.
Okay, he's older than me. Really, age is just a number. You are fine with God. Trust God. Just trust God. Believe Him. Like,
who else will you trust?
just forget what you